Gurubhyo Namaha, Sri Paramagurubhyo Namaha, Srimad Ananda Tirtha Bhagavad Padacharya Gurubhyo Namaha, Sri Raghavendra Tirtha Gurubhyo Namaha. After paying my Danda Pranamas to Sri Subhadendra Tirtha Swamiji as per his command and with his blessings, we are continuing this lecture series on Bhagavadgeeta. We have seen in the previous lecture that Arjuna was now mellowed. He did not have that firm conviction, firm viewpoint that he should not fight. He started raising doubts about his decision. That is because Krishna rebuked him, propped him to think twice and also to awake, arise and conquer. He told him that he should give up his napusakatva, he should give up the weakness of the mind and should act according to his duty as a Kshatriya. Taktvottishta parantapa. Hridaya daurbalyam taktva kshudram hridaya daurbalyam taktvottishta parantapa. Then Arjuna started doubting as to what he had decided was appropriate or not. He raises three questions. One is, how can I kill Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya? And Bhishmacharya I can't kill, but your advice that I should kill Bhishmacharya and Dronacharya is not appropriate because you are Madhusudana and Adhisudana. And why should you kill Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya? You give up the war and go away. Then he considers the other option. Guruna hatva hi mahanubhavan sreyo bhoktum bhaiksamapi haroke hatvartha kamastu guru nihaiva bhunjiya bhogan ruzira pradigdhan. By not killing the gurus, by not engaging myself in the warfare, I would better go for bhikshātana. I would take sannyasa and I would seek the alms from the public and live on that. Bhikshamapi haroke. Why? Because if I kill the gurus, Bhishmacharya and Dronacharya, the venerable people, and all the objects which I use for enjoyment later have been afflicted, have been anointed with the bloods of the killed gurus. Hatvartha kamastu guru nihaiva bhunjiya bhogan rudhira pradigdhan. Why should you not hesitate in killing the gurus? Because artha kamas, they all have sided on the side of the arthas, that is the selfish motive of accumulating wealth, being happy in Duryodhana's kingdom, and they are arthakamas. So they are not venerable in a way, they are not really respectable because they have been pursuing the path of realizing the artha. And arthakamas are valueless and therefore you need not worry about killing them. But if I kill them, then later on if I use the same objects in the palace or elsewhere, and all the objects which I use for my enjoyment later would be anointed by their blood, Rudhira pradigdhan. So I can't do that. And now, so I can't really kill them because they are venerable, and I can't really avoid killing them, and because I have to take to the alms. That is better, he says. Then nachaitad vidmah kataranno gariyo yadvajaye mayadivano jayuhun yaneva hatva nadijivishamaha devasthanams pramukhe dhaktarashtraha. Nachaitad vidmah kataranno gariyo. Which one is preferable? I don't know that. He is now in doubting his own decision and started raising questions on what he is doing is correct or not. Kataranno gariyo. Which one is appropriate? Which one is better? Nachaitad vidmaha. I don't know that. Yadva jayema yadiva no jayehu, whether we will be victorious or they would establish their victory on us. And yaneva hatva na jijivishamaha. By killing them, we would not like to live. Jivitum ichhamaha jijivishamaha. Yaneva hatva na jijivishamaha. We do not want to live. We have no desire to live by killing the people. Why? Te avasthita pramukhe dhartarashtraha. The same people of the sons of Dhritarashtra have been in front of us, and we do not want to kill them. They are all my relatives. So he shows certain kind of whimsical alternatives in his thoughts. Karpanya doshopahata svabhavaha prichhami tvam dharma sammodhajetaha yasreyasyan nishchitam bruhitan me sishyasteham chadhimam tvam prapannam. He is now completely taken in by the supremacy of Lord Krishna, and he says sishyasteham chadhimam tvam prapannam. It is a very famous beginning for Gitopadesha. He says, I am your Sishya. You command me. You tell me what I should do. But don't raise doubts on anything which you tell. Yasreyasya nishchitam bruhitanme. What will be appropriate? What will be for my welfare, for my prosperity, for my well-being and well-being of all of us, and which gives credit to all of us? You tell me that's nishchitam bruhi. You tell me with firmness. Don't have any hesitation in your mind in telling me what is in our interest. Karpanya doshopahata swabhavaha. By taking the various options, my swabhava. Arjuna's swabhava is karpanya dosha upahata. Because his swabhava as a kshatriya is to kill the adharmis. His swabhava as a kshatriya is to establish victory. He is Dhananjaya, he is Ajaya, and therefore my swabhava has been battered by Karpanya dosha. Karpanya dosha means the weakness of the mind. I have been in two minds what to do. I am not able to decide. Karpanya dosho bahata swabhavaha prichhami tvam. And I am unable to decide which is dharma and which is adharma. Because at that moment, since he was afflicted with ajnana, viparita jnana, he had no clear understanding of jivatma, paramatma, he had no clear understanding of the sources of sukha and dukkha and about his duties. So his mind was dharma sammodhajetaha. My mind is baffled by my inability to decide what is dharma. Yasreyasyan nishchitam bruhitan me. So now he has surrendered to Krishna. So this is the difference between Duryodhana and Arjuna. Duryodhana was a decision maker, was a manager. He did not take recourse to the advice of anybody. He decided himself on the wrong path and ordered his people to act according to that. Whereas Arjuna, after doing the analysis, after realizing that what he was thinking was a little doubtful, not of good character, not good of good quality, and so he approached Krishna for help, and now he has completely surrendered to Krishna. That is the difference between a good manager and a bad manager. A good manager would ask the advisors to come and give him the advice on the right kind of things. So, Sishyasteham chadhimam tvam prapannam. I have become your disciple. You command me. Then nahi prapashyami mamapanudyat yatshokam utshoshanam indriyanam avapya bhuma vasapatna vriddham rajyam suranam abhijadhipatyam. I am doubtful whether I would be happy, whether my sorrows would all be vanishing after getting the kingdom even without the enemies. Even if I get the victory over the kingdom of the gods, even if I get the headship of the gods, and then also I will not be able to be sure that my sorrow would be removed by that. Nahi prapashyami mama apanudyat yat shokam uchoshanam indriyanam. See how much agony he is feeling. Indriyanam uchoshanam. My limbs are all getting extracted. They are all getting totally numbed because of the indecision. Uchoshanam, that is exploiting, that is extracting the energy from my indriyas. That is why my hands are trembling, my leg is trembling, I am unable to decide what to do. Indriyanam uchoshanam apanudyat, that shoka which has come from the trembling of the limbs was to be avoided, and therefore Avapya bhumau asapatnam ruddham. Asapatnam, so sapatna means enemies, with challengers. Without even having any challenger, if I get the land, I will not be sure that my agony that is bothering my limbs, that is attacking my limbs, would be removed. And even if I get the kingship of the gods, I will not be. So he said, Eva muktva rishikesham gudakeshah parantapa nayotseiti govindam uktva tushnim babhuvaha tamumata rishikeshah prahasanniva bharata senayor uhayor madhye vishidantamidam vachaha. Now he decided not to fight again. Once again the same decision he came after having the alternatives of thoughts in his mind, after doubting. But now the difference in the present situation and the earlier situation is that he has accepted now Krishna as the Guru and accepted himself as the Shishya to accept whatever preachings Krishna is going to give. Tava Sishyasteham Sadhimam Tvam Prapannam. It is the famous contextual background of entire Bhagavadgeeta Upadesha. So if you want to learn knowledge, you have to go to the Guru and become his Shishya and surrender to him and say that whatever you command, I accept. That is the message for our everyday life that is given here. And in the middle of the two senas, he sat. Rishikeshaha prahasanniva bharata. Now Krishna is now referred to as Rishikesha. Rishika means Indriyas. He is the Swami of all the Indriyas. He is the commander. He regulates all the Indriyas. Rishikesha prahasanniva bharata. As though smiling, he said to Arjuna. Now Bharata, that is for Dhritarashtra. Sanjaya says to Dhritarashtra, the Lord of all the Indriyas who can command. You know, this interesting thing is, Krishna could have commanded Arjuna, could have asked him, ordered him, you fight, don't talk anything else. No. Krishna used the occasion to tell us as to how we should deal with a truant boy, truant person, truant officer, truant colleague, truant friend, who is not in the proper shape of understanding what is right and wrong. So for such a person, you must make him think himself and make him rethink about his decision and not swerve from the faith which he has in the Guru. So here, and then the next sloka onwards, the Bhagavadgeeta begins. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Ashochyana Shochastvam Prajnavadanscha Bhashase Gatasu Nagatasuncha Nanu Shochanti Panditaha. From this 12th sloka of the second Adhyaya, real preaching of Bhagavad Gita begins. Here Krishna asks, why are you remorsing? Why are you remorsing over those who should not be remorsed, who should not be grieved about? And do you think that this Jiva is going to die? Is it because Ishvara is going to die? And because Jiva and Ishvara are the same, if anyone dies, there is remorse for it. Why? No, but then he says Jiva is eternal, Ishvara is eternal, there is no Chaturveda Nasha for Ishvara, but for Jiva, only anityatvam, dehahanihi, dukkha praptihi, apurnata. Out of these four types of nashas, Jiva has not got the anityatvam, but it has got dukkha prapti, apurnata and dehahani. So Jiva dies means he goes from one body to the other. So now he begins to give the proper knowledge about the nature of Jivatma and Paramatma and tries to remove the sources of ignorance in the mind of Arjuna. We will stop here. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha, Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhutihi, Dhruvani Tirmatirmama. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu.